Good morning. How we doing? We've got Avian. Hello. Coming on in. We got a Scott. We got a Mason. Hello. How we all doing today? We've got Yellow. We've got Imperial Fist. And we've got some custom ones. So you guys might notice this from another army. It feels a little out of focus. Hold on, chat. We thought I had it. Let's give it a little adjustment there. That looks better. Yeah, you guys might recognize this from a different army, but we've got some different characters that I think I want to start today. So I've got these guys all lined up. We've also got, Scott was talking zoomies, we've got some bikes that I have prepared, but I was going to maybe save them for another day. We'll see how we feel today. But that's what I got today. How are you guys? Why is Sadie on the dash? She's not zooming right now, but I'm sure later. I'm sure later. What are you guys up to? Let me, oh, I thought I had corn red out. I don't. So let me get that out also. And then we'll get started. What are you guys up to today? How is the weekend going? Let me get color and red real quick. I had Screamer Pink out and I thought it was my red. It is not. Where is it? It's gonna be one of those kinds of it's my fisting. Okay, where is it? For real seats, where is it? We were using it like all last week. Where did it go? Other than having to hunt down my paint, I'm doing all right. We were out for a bit yesterday. I had to pick up my mom from the airport, so I got her back home safely. We've been playing video games. I've been playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and it is very, very good. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Where is the... I'm about to lose it. Okay, here we go. Jeez. Who gets to play as White Scar players start sharpening their swords and screaming sacrilege? He's ours now. We've stolen him. It looks very French. It is very French. It's very, very good. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Timothy, hello. How are you today? What you up to this weekend? Do you get to fight with baguettes? You don't get to fight with them, but there are outfits with baguettes. I have not just yet, Timothy. I took them off stream just because they're big and they're hard to bring on camera. I'm at the point though where I've got to figure out decals. That's my step here this week. How are you? What you up to? I gotta get all that laid out. But yeah, I was working on weapons and stuff off stream just because they're very big. So I took them off to work on them there. Gordix, welcome in. How are you today? Let me get some red started here. What's everyone up to this weekend? Yeah, Claire Obscure's been very good. I feel so spoiled like video gaming like this last couple weeks. The South of Midnight was very good. Blueprints is very good. And now Claire Obscure is very good. And then Doom comes out soon. Oh no, you're good, Timothy. I think I might send you an email once I get the decals though, just to like confirm before I start sticking everything on. But yeah, I was working on the weapons and some of the smaller stuff. Yeah. What you been up to? It's I'll be honest, it's been hard getting back to hobby as well, so I'm not putting in quite as many hours as I used to. Trying to do a bit more here, but it's with the world. It's been difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It's been tricky here, but I'm trying my best. Trying my best. No, it could be better as French videos in French with subtitles. I wanted to see if that was an option. I didn't look just because I thought the English was pretty good, so I left it as is, but I didn't check to see if it was... I know it's a smaller studio, so I didn't check to see if it was an option. Damage Carbine, welcome in. Using yellow like it's nothing. I've had a lot of practice with this army. A lot of practice. How are you today? Welcome in. This is round, I think, 5 or 6 of this army of working on different things, so a lot of practice. What you up to? How are you? Welcome in. Slam, how are you? And Evelyn Art Time, hello. How we doing today? We're working on some Warhams. This is I'm painting Canadian characters, coding personal projects, playing 40K today. Let's go. What are we playing against? That's awesome. Hey, what's everyone up to today? I think after this, I've got to work out. Got some stuff to take care of around the house, and then I will probably play more Claire Obscure because it's very good. Probably just dive right back in. Slow rainy day there, Carbine. That sounds nice. Audio can be changed. I figured. I just have stuck with what they've got. Well, there you go, Avian. There you go. Lurking and twerking sounds good. Potentially working. Potentially. But yeah, that's kind of been my weekend. But I feel so spoiled for gaming lately. There's so many. Well, then Monster Hunter had an event too, so Slam and I hopped back in for that. It's just been game here. It's been a lot. What's everyone else playing? Any good games, chat? I'm for Clear Obscure, I'm about 10-ish hours in. I'm in Act 2. And really enjoying it. Alright, there's some red. Let's get our black started. I'm gonna do just kind of pick out details and then we'll start doing our panel lining, our edge highlighting, all that good stuff. Other than that, went to go pick up my mom from the airport. We went and got lunch, so I got some yummy wings and a drink. Yeah, that's kind of it. Imperial Fist is suspiciously scar-like. It is indeed. We did some work here to convert it over, but it means I get to paint a burp. We've got a couple, and I'm sorry, I don't know. Some of the other characters are also kitbashed, but I don't know exactly what pieces are from what. So I knew this one for sure. We've got an ancient, which I believe is. I was trying to remember what this is from. If it was from like the actual like heroes box. But we have an ancient here. We've got some other. I feel like this one. I was trying to remember if the arm was swapped. But yeah, we got a mix of characters. I believe this one is all the same. Life and Menace will sometimes do the real like subtle ones where it's like, oh, I just swapped the head. It's like, oh, yeah, you did. So sometimes I don't know if I haven't painted that actual like model before. This one I know it's been changed. Ooh, painting some towel this morning. What color scheme we going with for the towel? What have you got over there? This is my first Warhammer in a bit. I'll be honest, pretty burnt out on it for a while there. I was just kind of doing a few things for commissions. I wasn't really working on my stuff. So kind of nice to get back to it today. Gonna have a lot of Warhams this week. Well, that's the stock Primaris Lieutenant. Yeah, with the new head. So it's little things, these little things like that where I'm like, wait, is that the original one? I don't remember. Making me question everything. Alright, got some black. I think we'll do the kind of the cords here too in the black. Obviously the little fist at his waist will be black. Need to potentially do some painting later, see how the airbrush behaves. Good. I was scared yesterday because I had to do the yellow. I was like, oh gosh, please cooperate. It actually did pretty well yesterday. Proud of it. Proud of it. I am still fighting. I got a new batch of the Vallejo primer though. I'm still fighting it. They like changed the formula a bit. It's annoying me. I never used to have a problem with their primer, and this bottle I'm fighting pretty hard. It makes me angry. Ooh, purple and teal towel. I like it. That seems like it would work really nicely on them. Once upon a time ago, we decided to try Tau, and we did a very similar. It was really cool, but we decided we didn't like how the Tau played, so we sold them. But ours was very similar. Amy says, just finished Indian food from last night. Chicken pig combo. They say change things up and do a white scar kit bash. Do it. They've got some cool minis. I always like painting the ones that Wasted Mind gets in the purple. They've got some cool stuff. What is everyone working on this weekend? I got these characters prepped. I got the bikes prepped. That's probably what we'll get this week. I'm wondering if I need to get like one more unit just in case, but feeling that's probably what we'll get this week. I'm making it worse. Hold on. Trying to clean up the spot. I'm making it worse. There we go. That's better. Because yeah, this week is going to be pretty much all Imperial Fists on stream. We'll just keep cruising through them together. I don't know, I'm having such trouble with his leg. I think it's because the strap for his, he's got a little pouch on the side. It's up higher than I'm thinking it is. It's catching my brush. Alright, let's get some silver. So working on the one Oni. Suggested I put a little purple in the shadows on the armor. I do agree I perhaps over-filtered for the lacquer armor. Yeah, you do a lot more of the filtering and stuff than I do. So I don't think I don't know if I can offer any advice, but hold on. Sounds good, Slam. We're just gonna dive into this guy for a bit. Starting as I probably need to look up the model for the bird. I've not painted that bird in a while. Don't quite remember the markings and stuff on it. We'll look that up in a little bit. Let's see what else is new. Uh, my free time has basically been video games. Oh. I guess the only other thing would have been way back last week. I went to Commander. Oh, I'll wait for Sadie to be done. I don't want to interrupt the princess. I went to literally as soon as I start talking. I went to a Commander event for Magic, and that was a lot of fun. So they had their Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander Night, which was basically, I think it was so many people signed up, and then you get into pods, and they have a little, like, a scenario for you. So it was the Dragon Storm, and if you did things in the game, you got counters, and then you could spend those counters on things. So you could, like, add mana, or I don't remember what the second thing was. But then at the end, the last one was like, you get to make a dragon. So that was pretty fun. Once everyone started pooping out dragons at the end. But it was nice to get up the store for a little bit. I need to get over my fear of going up to the store, so it was nice to go play more friendly people. I'm just nervous until I like learn all my decks and things, but the only way to get more comfortable is to go play. So trying to be better about going up there. Oh, that was a good time. Well, that was kind of my week. Trying to think if there's anything else nerdy. I'm still reading Jade War, which is after Jade City, or the Greenbone Saga. It's basically like mafia families, but with a Chinese kind of influence and setting. It's been pretty good. I like it. Have to do a Yu-Gi-Oh! With your magic cards. I did. Make a blue eyes white dragon? Absolutely. Paranoia, thank you so much for that sub for 75 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? How's your weekend? We're working on some Imperial Fists today. We've stolen a model from the White Scar. Instead of white, he is now yellow. Yeah, how's your weekend? And a riot, welcome in. I'm up to 200 calories burned a day. No minis painted, though. We'll take one win at a time. How are you? I gotta do my workout here after stream. Right. I think I've got the laurels on the legs. I think I've done silver for those in the past, so we'll do that again. I tend to lean towards silver because we have so much yellow. I don't like to dip into gold too much. A few things will still do gold, but bringing in the silver just helps to balance things out a little bit. So not just putting shiny yellow on top of yellow. Get some other colors. The most regal of fists, that's right. This is it's kind of nice to get back to them. We've got a lot of them. I don't think like obviously I did the quote, but I don't think I realized until they came in just how many Imperial Fists it is. It's like Life of Madness is the smaller cases so you can transport them to the store, but I've got like 5-6 cases of Imperial Fists. It's a lot. It's a lot. This is some brown, yellow, workup. It is Mornfang to gold brown to Uriel yellow. And then we'll come back and do some edge highlights and stuff later. I like having the brown underneath. I think it helps quite a bit. But yeah, for now we're just doing details and pulling out all the little goodies. I do need to bring up a photo of him here in a moment though for a reference. Let's go ahead and start his pouches. He's got a glove on for his bird. We'll go ahead and get that. Just getting all the base coats so we can do the fun stuff. Do you have any other questions about Avian? I'll be edge highlighting in Uriel. You can go up to flash kits. We just haven't for this army. Kind of depends how bright you want to take it, but you can also kind of dip into the door in yellow if you want like a really sharp highlight. Anyone else doing some hobby today? What have we got? Slam mentioned some painting. Avian's got his Oni. Scott's been working on our Warlord Titan is getting a repaint for someone else. He's got this really pretty blue and he did some crazy checkers on it the other night. It was very pretty. He's doing a really nice job on it. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. It's the color. I like the color palette of this character. All because yellow is my favorite color. Welcome on in. We're gonna have a lot of yellow this week. We are starting another army project. Well, continuing an army project. This is an army that I've done several projects for, but the next batch of Imperial Fist just came in. What are you up to today? It'll be a lot of yellow. I've got a couple characters here, or a handful of characters. So there's some more yellow for you. And then we've also got bikes that I airbrushed up yesterday. So lots and lots of yellow. All right. Here. I think I got all that. For the cloaks, I've been doing red inside, black outside. So we'll just continue that. Those are painting minis, but I don't know where to start. The best place is to just dive on in. If you've got your mini, some primer and some paint, just dive on in. Best advice I can give. Sorry, I might be a little quiet as I try and paint around these legs. I don't want to have to. If we can avoid touch-ups, that's the idea. I go a little quiet here, sorry. Not ignoring on purpose. The local store in walking distance is now carrying Monument. Good. Don't need to drive an hour or order online for their paint. I pursued the that bar. Picked up dark purple and a white dwarf yesterday. Nice. It's nice when you can just run out and grab something if you need it. I wish. We have one store in the area that carries it, but it's a bit of a drive. And then even then, it's usually the really popular colors are already sold out. They need to restock it more. So I've kind of given up getting it there, because anything I want is usually out. I do need to do another order or two here. Get some even more paint to replace what I got. If anyone does need to make a monument order, there is a code there in chat. Get a discount. That does help support the stream, so thank you to everyone who uses it. But yeah, I wish they had it for the times where I just need to run out and grab a. Like if I just need a bottle of something, where it doesn't feel like it's quite time to do a full order, would be nice to do that. All right, there's that. Get the little. I was trying to decide if we do silver or black for the fist at his chest. I'm trying to decide if it's supposed to be part of the Aquila or not. I think I want to make it. I want to try it. Open my dark sea bed. Orange has been all my life. Dark sea blue is a good color. Yeah. You can shade literally everything with it. Yeah. I think that was circle. That looks good. Once we get that highlighted up, that'll look nice. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up the actual con model just so we have a reference. I think I got it earlier, actually. Okay, just so we can get sword. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we do have some gold on this one. Has anyone been playing any tabletop? I know Timothy mentioned playing some 40K today. Anyone else playing anything? Scott's been reading the new Malifaux stuff. They keep releasing kind of bits and pieces here as the new edition comes up. Be nice to give that a try when it's all out. Other than that, I've not been playing any tabletop. Just Magic right now. I did luck out. Scott traded for a couple dragon cards for me on Friday. So I'm building a dragon deck at the moment. Ravenlord, hello. How are you today? We're working on some Imperial Fists. We're stealing some characters from other chapters. Kind of fun. What you up to? Today was gonna be a game. I was informed by the host messed up his wait. Was informed the host messed up reading his schedule. Uh-oh. It's upside details in advance. Well, that's good. Yeah, he didn't get there and then have to turn right back around. Well, hopefully you can get it rescheduled here. Mees, welcome in. How are you? We're working on some Imperial Fists today. Trying to get details blocked out, and then we'll start kind of recess washes and highlights and all that good stuff. Doing well. Finishing my Master Possession. Now on to Primaris Bike Chaplain. Let's go. You're cruising over there, Ravenlord. That's awesome. All right. Let's look at Burb. Looks like Burb is also going to start with some Mornfang. Yeah. So let's dive into that then. Something I'm supposed to get in the mail today. FedEx has really dropped the ball on its delivery. It's 5 days behind schedule. Ugh. I'm sorry, that's annoying. And surprising, I don't think we've had an issue with FedEx. UPS would do that to us all the time. They're just useless. Straight up. That seems unusual for FedEx. Well, I hope it arrives here soon. Mess with them, make it a bald eagle instead of a golden eagle. Could be fun. I am wondering if it's a little close to our yellow. Okay, I think we're gonna bring in a little bit of a darker brown as like a glaze. Get in between all the feathers. Do think it needs a little bit something different. Eagles are huge birds. They are indeed, Lord. Welcome in. How are you? We are indeed. We do love a big burb. So in person at a Boy Scout event, they're larger than you would think. Yeah. Yeah, they're very big. That's one of my... I always love to do the bird shows. Don't think they've had an eagle. But the bird shows at like the Ren fairs and stuff, like just seeing the hawks and everything. They're so cool. Sly, hello. How are you today? We're working on some Warhams. These are for Alive and Madness. Trying to get all of our base colors in. I'm talking birds as you come in. What you up to? Definitely getting closer to the point of needing to do our recess wash and things. Starting to look a little weird at the moment. He's starting to feel very work in progress at the moment. All right. Let's find a base coat for his skin as well. Looking for my Reaper, and I don't think they are out. So let me grab that real quick. Wait, what's here? That's tan skin. Looking for dark skin. Oh. Why can't I find it? What we got here? Oh, that'll work. You take that. Squeezel, hello. How are you today? We're working on some Imperial Fist. Sorry, I was trying to find a color. But we've stolen a white scar for the Imperial Fist, which is fun. I think I am gonna go ahead and start doing our recess wash. Hawks are quite big themselves, yeah. Just walking my bike back home due to a flat one landed in the park near me did a WTF. We see them here, they'll swoop down for like a rabbit or a squirrel or something, and I'm always, yeah. Every time I see them, like, oh yeah, like you guys are that big. I always forget. And then they hop down, it's like, oh no. Get the nicer brush out here. Squeezel, what you up to this weekend? We've just been doing a lot of gaming. Slam and I mentioned we got back on Monster Hunter. There is a really goofy event costume for the little palicos where they have like a paper mache bobblehead. So that was our night last night, was making sure we could make our cats into bobbleheads. Trimming trees and bushes, getting that yard work done. I feel like we just did yard work and I've got to do more this week. What the heck? Can everything just slow down, please? All the growing, just slow down. So as I'm just chilling, about 2/3 of the way through the third group of 5 Aurelian words. I have 5 more after that, and then on to something else. Let's go. Are we enjoying them or ready to move on? Sometimes it's nice to call it good and move on. Just taking, we're doing Agrax and just kind of all the recesses. I like to do this before the edge highlighting, because then it kind of cleans up any of the wash that gets onto the raised surface. It's kind of clean up and highlight all in one. Look nice ranked up, gotcha. I'm sorry. We like them actually, once I found a good system. The first 5 took ages. Made some shortcut the second and third groups. Yeah, a lot of us are working on Conquest, which is kind of rank and file. Slam has a million Nords that he's working on. And I was telling him kind of like Warhammer Fantasy, you would take a lot of time on that first rank, and then everything after was kind of kind of your basic. I remember that a lot from when we played Fantasy. That first rank looked amazing, and then everyone after, didn't get quite the same time put into them, because you're never gonna see them. They're just behind everyone else. It's true, 1 whole million. Yep. A whole million Yords. My high elves, I remember doing a bit of that. Get the musician, the leader. They're looking good, and then just everyone else. Try to make them the same standard and just take them out. But yeah, I remember the front rank tactics from Fantasy Battle. Yeah. How about the suitcase I'd put all my Acon purchases in the other day? That was a mistake. Oh no. My purchasing far outweighs my memory. Yep. Yep. I think I've decided I want to finish my conquest before I even think about the other stuff I picked. I mean, I only picked up a couple other things, but get conquest done first, and then I'll worry about the rest of it. And JPEG, welcome in. How are you? I think this kitbashed has cemented the reality. I'm a single mini painter, not an army painter. Be cool to paint this Horus Heresy white scar in a white and gray swatch scheme. Oh, I have a few squads like this. Ugh. It's definitely a different skill set and a different like way to approach the paint for army versus single. Yeah. Like when I go into an army project versus like just a character project. That's very different. You gotta find that scheme you want to get done quickly and just stick to that. If you're hopping around adding a lot of extra stuff, it's gonna be rough. Chibik says, well, I was building vampires and built lots of cool ladies, so now I want a full female vampire force. Let's go. I'm here for it. I feel like, do they have as many bits to be able to do that? Like, I know Stormcast, like, you can do a lot of that. Do you think there's enough bits, or I guess 3D printing, to do that? Wives of J. Picula, that's right. Oh, brides, there we go. How to convert Princess Vordry. Yep. I think it could be cool if you got enough stuff for it, yeah. I was trying to think, like, 3D printing, like, how many vampire ladies I've seen. Dracula and his bridges, famously known for his bridges. So good. The brides from Van Helsing, see? Got some more inspiration. Richie Karen and Beast are beauteous. I'm excited to see JPEG. That could be fun. Fun project. If you feel like kid bashing it up a bit. Finding some extra bits. Alright. I'm gonna start edge highlighting with the Imperial Yellow. Takes a little bit, so we'll go ahead and get it started early. We back to Space Marines, baby. Edge highlight. Gonna be a lot of this week. Let's go. Oh, I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. Van Helsing between The Brides of Dracula and Kate Beckinsale in a corset. It's a good year for film. What a time to be alive. I feel like right around that time, just for film. Some good stuff happening. Yeah. Yeah. I think we saw the exact frame your heart broke there. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, it's hanging in there. We're hanging in there for Warhams. Another reason I struggling with some of the night projects. Just edge highlighting for eternity. My life is a series of colored lines. Yep. I left an indelible mark on baby me. Right. At least it's not a batch paint day, you know? Can always be worse. Brides of Dracula are a stepping off point for Hollywood for sexy vampires. Do we blame Hammer Horror for sexy vampires to sparkly vampires? Hey, Jake Brass, welcome in. That bird caught a space marine. This is a good bird. It's a good bird. How are you? See Decker, welcome in. How we doing? Thank you, thank you. We've stolen this from the White Scars to now become Imperial Fist, which is fun. Life Madness does a nice job of, like, one, finding Marines to steal, and then two, filing off all the details. So, like, if it's an Ultramarine, like, the centerpiece here has been filed down. Imperial Fist thrown on. It's fun to see what he decides to kind of go all in on. What you up to this weekend, Sea Dagger? Everyone joining in. How's the weekend? What have we been up to? Blonde Cow, thank you so much for that sub for 29 months. Yeah, come here often. Thank you for coming often. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. What you up to today? We're doing some edge highlighting, as we always do. Getting this yellow built up. Go around chest or the waist piece here. It's like giant wrestling belt. If I had to said the blood ribbons were fist successors, what is on screen would explain so much. I feel like Alive Menaces might be. Yeah, might be a special successor here. Friday, I slipped and fell, missed my knee, and bruised my rib. Ouch. Last night was a 70th birthday party for a family friend. Other than that, nothing much. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon. Ouchies. Got yourself real good, sounds like. Podcast is doing a bit of job in apartment hunting. Fingers crossed on an interview tomorrow. Let's go. Good luck. You got this. That sounds stressful altogether. Hopefully, hopefully apartment not too far from job when you land that. I hope it goes well. All right. We'll get back here and then we'll flip it around the rest of this leg. I have ascended above stress. Oh no. That's fair though. I understand what you mean. Hope it all goes well. He won his giant wrestling belt after fighting Marine Captain Julius Rhodes, being interrupted unnecessarily by Chaos Demon Rosk. Love Trova's skit. Then he just walked off. Yep. Just walked off with his belt and his bird. That was it. Yep. That was it. Still so weird. It was just weird. I'll never understand it. Truly it hasn't been. I think day 2 was just really boring, if I'm honest. Day 1 was fun. Day 2 was kind of boring. Well, guys, it's on a better note. The Nurgle War Dog is coming out incredibly. You need to sign on a color for the rare full armor plate. I think something to complement the orange and red from the smokestacks. That is usually a good way to go. Gives it a nice little contrast. Glad you're still having fun with it. Only thing good in day 2 is Becky coming back. I don't really like her either, so. New Bello. Oh, do I allow that? That's fine. I feel like we paint enough Imperial Fist, it just has to go in. Noob, we are indeed. How are you today? Welcome in. How was game day? We we fist We've got like 5 cases of Imperial Fist, noob. We have so much yellow ahead of us. So much edge highlighting ahead of us. Yay! Yay! By the way, yes. Picking your friend immediately lost the belts. Oh, and the next show was okay. Okay. Yellow, the easiest of colors to paint. We have so much of it, new. So much of it. It's okay. We've had lots of practice with the other Imperial Fists. Lots and lots of practice. The YouTube ad that's rolling for me. You're wearing the same shirt. I was really confused. It's hard when I only have when I need to buy more shirts because I have lost weight. I have my handful that I feel comfy in, and that's it for now. As a non-observer of wrestling, why boring? You so familiar with the scripts and choreography? It was just the people aren't as interesting. Like, their gimmicks and stuff aren't as interesting. Yeah, it was just kind of boring. Moves weren't as fun. Much like the Japanese, they only get to keep their belt for a little bit. So it's just the way of things. Unspoken rules. Lame. Lame. I think he's only a kid. Yeah, I think it's just kind of boring. I think it's just kind of boring. Make sure Sadie keeps up the wellness checks. That's good. I'm gonna need it. I do wash my clothes. Imagine. Yeah, I need to buy some more shirts, but part of it is also trying to figure out what I look good in and like what I'm comfy in. And I'm just bad at that. So I just like buy the same thing. Or I don't buy anything. And that's where I've been stuck for a while. So I just don't get anything. Fierce Lion, hello, how are you? Oh no, you had crud after the con crud? I'm so sorry. But I'm glad you're here. Glad you've survived. Welcome in. We're working on some Imperial Fists today. We have a whole bunch of them coming up. Talking wrestling really quickly as we come in. Reaper, hello. How are you? Very nice. Yeah. This is so if anyone's not familiar with this miniature, this is Corsaro Khan, which is normally a White Scar mini. The Live Menace has stolen it for the Imperial Fist, and now we're painting it yellow. He was just too cool with this bird, so he got stolen. Now we're doing some edge highlighting. I do want to start bird here in a moment, though. Lemon time, that's right. What all we get to see in this round of Fist right now? I've got characters, we've got bikes, I've got some more aggressors, I've got some heavy intercessors, and some ATVs in this box. After that, we've got even more. We've got some more Phobos stealthy dudes. And a whole bunch of stuff that I don't remember. It's like 5 cases of stuff. Some more big vehicles I know are in there. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, if I'm honest. Next one reason to start a model, yeah. Whoops, come here. Got him separate for his base for painting, but we might go ahead and stick him on here in a bit. It's getting a little tricky to hold without putting my finger into paint. He has, I think, a sculpted like rock on his base. We can kind of blue tack him into. Yeah, we got a lot of yellow coming up. So I think I will probably do like a case at a time. So we'll paint these and then get ready for the next one. Go through that. Medallion, hello. Thank you so much for hitting button for 24 months of button. I appreciate it. How are you today? I'm going to use that to show our new sub goal. Our sub goal is if you guys would like to see Scott and I play some paper magic. That is below my face. So when we reach that, we'll do a game in Spell Table. I mentioned possibly a stretch goal, and you guys can, like, influence the decks that we play. So keep that in mind, too. But if you guys want to watch some paper magic, that's our current sub goal. Thank you, everyone, for your support. I appreciate it. Pay per magic. Chat pays for every card you play. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm like, chat, please. I need counterspell. Chat, please. Let's see, what else we got? This week it's gonna be a lot of Imperial Fists. I'm trying to decide if I canceled last Wednesday. Maybe Moonlighter on Wednesday? I need to get just a calendar of games coming out and see when the rest of it is that I want to play. But we might Moonlighter on Wednesday here. I'm trying to decide if the extra hour of stream is worth it, honestly. I think it may be, like, if we're having fun that day and we're still going, then we do the extra hour, but if people are kinda peacing out for the day, it doesn't make sense for me to keep going, so I keep an eye on that, I think. Crowd control Magic the Gathering would be a nightmare. I've seen some, for charity, where if they, like, hit certain things, they get, like, wheels, or, like, one of them was, it was like a board wipe. If you paid so much money, it would just wipe the board. So yeah, I've seen some charity ones. Just gonna play one more land to summon the combo card. Not allowed to do it. I think that's the closest I've seen, though. But yeah, I'm gonna. I think we're gonna wing it for the extra hour here. If I'm streaming, but people aren't feeling it, there's really no reason for me to be streaming. That makes sense. I like how I read the you need one more land to summon the combo, but like that happens all the time anyway, so it's not even it's not even chat. Good old magic. The other night I was trying to play the new Sultai Precon, and I just kept getting land. I couldn't get a creature to save my life. Just land all night. I had built up my board pretty nicely, honestly. Had a lot of cool stuff, and then there were 2 board wipes, and I had nothing after that. Couldn't do a single thing. Just land, 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 land. It was annoying. It was annoying. So yeah, don't even need chat for that. And work on his glove here for a second while I've got the kind of the leather color out, and then I think I want to work on that bird for a bit. Mostly because he's not edge highlight. He just got feathers. Which can be a new kind of pain, but it's a different pain, at least. Is anyone watching anything good right now? I keep, like, seeing things about shows, but I haven't actually watched anything in a bit. Like, at some point, I need to catch up on Last of Us. I'm still reading One Piece at the moment instead of watching, but it's kind of fun to hop back and forth and see how they animate things. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of a glaze on our eagle. Need some darker brown in there. That was episode 3 tonight. Watching Andor. I will probably be video gaming again. I think maybe I just watch The Last of Us at the end. Binge it when it finishes up. Alright, I'm just doing a real quick kind of wash glaze to get in between all the feathers. This will help when we come back for layering and highlighting all the feathers to have that darker color in between. So it's basically I'm using it like a wash, but I like how this dries as opposed to a wash. I tend to just do actual washes on metallics. Everything else I'll thin down. Alright, and then let's look at Burb. See where those lighter feathers are gonna be. Okay, so up by his neck, top of his chest. And kind of a mix on the side. So I will leave him as is, maybe clear away a little bit. All right. And then we've also got the fur for the cloak, and I think I do want to do a different brown. I want to find our kind of dryad bark equivalent. So we have a different brown in here. Just to change things up a little bit. See if I can find it quickly. Oh my gosh, it was the first bottle I checked. Meant to be. Fatal Welcome in. Ah, I'm so glad they arrived. I was gonna check the tracking if I hadn't heard back. I hope you enjoy. How was your weekend? Get this brown on our palette. I'm glad they made it. It was very weird packing them up, but I'm glad they have a good home. My babies. My babies. Alright. Here is our other brown. Just to help it, again, just breaking up. We have a lot of yellow. Just trying to break it up a little bit. Different colors. Pretty good. Play some D&D. They looked amazing. I'm glad. How did D&D go? Anyone else playing some tabletop? Will here in chat started I guess the Star Trek one, and I'm excited to hear more about that. He was sharing the different characters that they've made. They all sound really fun. Anyone else playing some D&D or different tabletop games? RPGs? I don't know. I need to see if our in-person group is even interested in doing another one. Feels like every time we've asked, people are just doing other stuff, which understandable, especially with summer coming up, but I just don't know if we'll get to play again. Oop, got a little messy. Clean that back up. Yeah, I think we need to put him on his base here in a minute. I'd like to start the cloak and like the backpack and stuff. It's gonna be really difficult to hold on to him at that point. Norman, hello! How are you today? What you up to? We are back to Imperial Fist. We've got a whole bunch of them we're gonna be painting. Getting started on some characters today. What do you expect preview to be today? I have no idea. Chat, do we have any guesses for the Games Workshop preview? I'm trying to remember what last week was, and I don't remember. It was fun. We had a dicey encounter. Our ranger's primal died to a mimic. Our wizard died to a charm player. Oh no! Yep, that's a lot going on there. My one character death I've had is from another player that got I think it was suggest. I took it disintegrate to the face. It seems impossible to get in-person tabletop games anymore. All of them are online now, which isn't as fun. Yeah, yeah. I really like the in-person. Well, like, if I'm honest, I'm not always up for it, like, every week either. Like, sometimes I do want that, like, break in between, or I don't know how to put it. Like, I wanna play it, but also, like, every week seems like a lot when it's, like, a big campaign. All the chaos stuff, combat pictures. Oh, that's right, that's right. Thank you, Slam. There was all the chaos stuff. So the Death Guard, corn stuff, and then the Slaanesh, Emperor's Children, Combat Patrol. Yes, yes. We do every 2 weeks. That's what we were doing before we kind of stopped. It's nice to have that week. But the hard part is if you need to cancel, so like if there's a holiday on the week you're supposed to do it, then you're like a month out. Was the what we kind of ran into, but yeah, I think that's a better schedule for a lot of people. So you can still do some things on Saturdays. Or just crash if you need to. Some weeks you just need to crash. Norman says, back from, ooh, a stag party for mate. I am so exhausted. Welcome back. I hope it was fun. Sounds like it was. Sounds like a good time. Last week was World Years in Death Guard. My guess we were getting Old World, maybe Sigmar, 30K. Think we're, next week think we're getting Thousand Suns. Yeah, they like to hop between systems, so a fantasy system this week would make sense. Either Sigmar or Old World. Or some box games, maybe. I think that's a good guess. Make this week non-40K stuff? Yeah, I would think so. Every other week is the most sane version, even monthly. Ain't no one got time for weekly games, yeah. I think it's, for me, it's like the energy. I don't have the energy for every week. Sometimes I just want to put my video game on and that's it. that's all the energy I got. I just want to plop here on my computer and be done. Is it time for Longma? Maybe. I hope so. time for some Cathay? Trying to think, would that be, I mean, we're getting closer to summer. Trying to think if that would be a big enough release to put off for a little bit. I don't know. Carmen says it was fun. We played some D&D, hiked, played board games, also drank so much rum. Nobody got sick, thankfully. That's good. Good. That sounds like a great stag party. Glad you guys had fun. I always love hearing about the nerdy stag parties. Say it, finish the fight. What's long month? Thank you, noob. Thank you. Slam got banned in for those who weren't there. Got banned in the Warhammer chat for yelling that at Adepticon. Today is a good day. Yes, indeed. Who's Steve Jobs? I did work. That's our mod. That's our mod. Proud of you. Proud of you. Sorry, hold on. These watches are dragging across the table and making me crazy. We had a 3-scene D&D prepared for it, situated around like an ASMR wedding. We played one of the scenes over 5 hours, decided that will be it. That's great. That's really cute, having like a themed thing. Pretty cute. It's my only message in Warhammer Twitch chat, and it's modded. You could have. Now you'll never get to ask when Guard. When Darktide. You'll never get to tell them you're in the UK, Slam. How will you survive? Without getting to tell them where you're from. How will Troke know? How will they know? Sad day. Sad days indeed. All right. Decide what I want to work on next. I got a lot to work on, so it's taking me gotta do some thinking. Let me see if we can find his base quickly, and we will put him on his little rock. Should be in this hub. I think it's this one. Looks correct. Okay. Let me get a little bit of silly putty. Just stick them on there. I'm from the UK, don't ask me again. You saw Tro, you could have told him. Just run up. Hi, I'm tuning in from the UK. You're a silly, but wow, Slam's on a roll today. Long my balls, and you're a silly putty. Got him indeed. You know what, let's just do the other foot. I love streaming. I'm actually crushing it. Thank you for noticing. You're welcome. All right. There we go. Why does it look... Why does it still look so dark on this camera? I don't understand. I'll zoom out a tiny bit. Now he's on the holder. We gotta redo this. Looks better. Okay. Absolute madman over here. That's our Slam. That's our mon. You can list for you and Exalted. Special sweet assignment for Adepticon next year. We can watch you ascend to heaven once more. Was the cutest thing. The cutest thing. Okay. Trying to decide bird colors. Sorry, 1 second. Kind of dips into... I don't know if it's Tau Ochre. Kind of is. And then it goes into a cream. Let's get some colors out for our burb. Here, Brad, welcome in. How are you? I think that's it. Bake some streamer skull. Anything else we need while I'm here? I'll actually do the green laurels on the leg, which we are going to do on some helmets. Look, we're going to swap that over to green. Let me find that too. This year's the testing phase. Next year will be targeted shipping of all the things people liked. Trying to think like of what I've tried. What would I adjust my sweet list to be? I really like the double decker. That was also very good. I destroyed those way faster than than I thought. Those are pretty good. The toffee crisp was also very good. Your wrist is tired and achy. Previous messages have been sent, so don't know if they were sent. Oh, I don't know. I see 2 messages from you, Arbor. Welcome in. How are you? I'm gonna swap this to green real quick before I forget. I do like the laurels and the green. I just know that I've done a mix, I think, depending on the unit or the character. So I'll go back to green. So I think for the helmets, green was the request. So we'll just match that. Lion bars, chocolate bourbons, hot nuts, crunchies, double decker, toffee crisp, Mr. Kipling, lion bars. More lion bars. I don't remember I don't think I did the lion bars as much. I was trying to remember. Which one is that? I want anything with a crunchy in it. Anything with that texture, I'm good. I don't remember what the lion bars were. Oh, the lion next to the Panther Stadium. I don't remember which ones those were. I don't... Which makes me feel like they didn't leave an impression on me. Well, it's the one that tasted like a lion. I eat too many lions. Sorry, chat. Just didn't leave an impression on me. I apparently eat far too many lions as it is. Painted so welcome in. How are you today? Made with real lion imported from the Serengeti inside. I'm too accustomed to lion flesh. Get on my level, chat. Get on my level. Painted so, what are some of your favorite chocolate bars? You come in as we're talking about British sweets that Slam brought over. I think we need to do another layer of the Mornfang. Hold on. I am once again gainfully employed. Let's go. Congrats. That's super exciting. But the lemon slices remained good during the trip. Lemon was good. I was worried most about the little cakes. I could see that for traveling, yeah. No, they were good. I like those. I'm a big sucker for anything lemon, though. Why don't these feathers look... Okay, hold on. Nothing feels right. And if it's gonna be one of those days... I might cry. Okay, trying this again. We'll start with the Marnfang, and then we'll go up to that crazy tau color. I can bring those over. Yeah, I don't think I got to try that one. That's okay. I'm sure I can find that one. The chocolate's good, but when the Haribo came out, that's when it got real. Destroyed those. Chocolate bars. They're chocolate-covered biscuits more than... Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds good. I know there's a place kind of near us that, imports a bunch of stuff. But we've not made the drive over just yet. Can go and just try out anything else that looks interesting. First, they're in the biscuit aisle, but they're also chocolate-covered bars of biscuit. I mean, you guys are saying all the right things. Saying all the right things. The foundation of the penguin is a biscuit. The penguins were good. I did like the penguins quite a bit. Did a medical shit. Oh, I can't consume my favorite chalky bars anymore. No. You can find Tim Tams where you get your shopping stock from them. Yeah, Tim Tams are very good. We don't get them super often, but they're very good. Very similar to the little penguins. Chocolate biscuit Haribo. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? The only one I didn't like were the tropical slices. Those were weird. I didn't like those. They're like a real big... They were like large gummies. And the texture got weird. Kit Kat chunky? What makes them chunky? Is that the one with the peanut butter in it? I feel like that's the one I'm thinking of. Kit Kats. There's some in the sweet aisle, some in the biscuit. People are dumb and don't know the difference. Kit Kats are great. I love Kit Kats. I sent the peanut butter version. Base chunky is just pure chocolate through and through. Ah, okay. Hey. Hey. Funny story. My grandpa would make stories about food I was having as a kid to get me to eat it. Once he said he hunted a kangaroo to make a special soup in front of me. Little did he know I liked kangaroo alive. So I bursted into tears. I never had any soup at grandparents' house ever again. Needless to say, Grandma was very upset. I have a similar story for this lion. When I was very little, I loved The Little Mermaid. And I would not eat fish sticks because I thought it was flounder. And I refused to eat fish. So that backfired a little bit. So I have a similar story. That's very cute. Thinking about it, I still don't eat a lot of fish. Every now and then, sure, but I still don't eat a lot of it. A flounder now. Think about that next time you go get some crab, Jet. Alright, let's fix this little chest here. I don't think this is quite the color I want, or maybe I just need to do it a little differently. I'll get some more thing in here first, and then we'll figure it out. Sebastian ain't singing anymore, that's right. Nice chat. What was that one movie when you were little that you, like, watched a lot? Little Mermaid was mine, if I ask. Did you guys have that Disney movie that you just had on repeat? I'm sure my parents are probably still sick of Little Mermaid. Hercules, Aladdin. I feel like my brother and I did The Lion King a lot. I remember watching that one a whole bunch. Lion King definitely up there. Oh, Goonies, Funky, welcome in. How are you? It's a good one too. Lion King, but I'd walk out of the room all for all the sad bits. I was saying my brother and I loved Land Before Time. Yeah, when I was younger. Yep. I think of other. I think those are the big ones. I think we hit the main ones. I used to have all Power Rangers VHS tape I'd watch over and over. My brother and I didn't really watch Power Rangers. Oh, that was one that we missed. I couldn't remember if, like, my mom didn't want us to watch it or if we just weren't as interested, but no, that's one we missed. Asterix and Obelix. What is... Oh, I don't know that one. U.S. Friends. Did we have that here? I'm not familiar with that one, but it may be a that may be a region thing here. The Mask and Ace Ventura so much. My dad still hates those movies. It's funny. A pair of cartoon characters set in the Roman invasion of Gaul, France. Oh, interesting. They were fun. Can't remember reading comics or something. I'm not familiar with that. If we got it, I guess I wasn't kind of with all the other stuff we've got here. They're just immediately taking out Roman legionaries all the time. Interesting. Oh, come on. Fighting the pot. Okay, here we go. Let's try his little chest and wing feathers again. See if I can get this where I want it. The Romans were Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. That's great. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder why. Wonder why we wouldn't have gotten a lot of that. I'm wondering if I need to mix this color. That might be the answer I need here. I'm gonna try and go in a little lighter with it. With the Morn Fang, it might be, that's already looking better than our first pass. Tracking for Doom suggests, oh, I might get it this week. Nice. I don't remember the actual release date. When does Doom come out, chat? Just games are absolutely stacked this past month or so. Kind of wild. Mid-May. Okay, I got enough time to finish Claire Obscure before Doom comes out. That's awesome. Okay, let's try mixing it. It's look great. I had a few episodes where they outwitted Caesar. Those were my favorite. And these are the Aceres is the short dude, almost is the big dude, and their pet dog matrix. Hell yeah. Let me get this color mixed and I'll take a look. I need something in between these colors. I don't think it exists on its own. Okay. Why is this picture gigantic? Is my scaling off? Or my scaling is off. Why? Oh, I think I've seen them. Okay. I think I've seen these characters. But yeah, I don't think we had it here. You get back into Oblivion. Missed the last few days. I'm trying to decide. It'll be after like other games I want to play. I never actually played Oblivion. Just have to wait. Has anyone else been diving into Oblivion? Which is fun to say out of context. Maybe if we get the highlight, then this will feel better. Maybe it just feels weird in between. Hold on, chat. I want to get this evil started. Oh, Wallace and Gromit, yes. I've watched a good amount of... It's been a bit, but I've watched Wallace and Gromit. Newbies can't work out the lockpicking and rage quitting the game. I know Scott was playing a bit, and he's like, it was fun enough, but you can, like, tell that it's an old game. So I think he kind of bounced back off of it, but... I'm not rushing to play it, but... If it's there and I have that, like... Every now and then I get that urge to, like, restart Skyrim. I think I would just load up Oblivion instead and give it a try. Whenever that feeling pops back up, load up Oblivion. They had a druid in the village who made the magic potion. Obelix never get any because he fell into it. Oh, as a baby. That's why he was so strong. He'd uppercut soldiers out of their sandals. Oh my gosh. Here says, "Only one thing. I'm gonna lay down, so I'm achy as anything. I'm sorry to hear that, Yerba. I hope you feel better. Thanks for coming to hang out for a little bit. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye as for now." Alright, Eagle's kind of coming along. Not as quickly as I'd like, but we're getting there. Let's try his wings here for a bit. For some reason, getting this color started is taking a bit more time than I thought. That's okay. I used to watch a trio of shows that are just straight string. Oh, Puppet Kids shows. Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, and Stingray. Same style as Team America. Puppet style, not contents. Yeah, I would hope so. I've not heard of those either. Feel like I'm missing out over here. Watch Wallace and Gromit too, but the clay animation creeped me out a bit. I was about to say the same about puppets. Puppets can kind of do that to me. They're a little creepy. I guess even the like more adult stuff, like I don't tend to watch it because it kind of creep me out. Kind of like dolls. Dolls creep me out. Like puppets are right in there with them. They're kind of creepy. It's not my jam. Agreed, yeah, there's just something not quite right. I'm actually, because I'm learning Japanese, the, like, kanji combination for doll is, like, human form, and I'm like, "That makes a lot of sense. I understand why I was creeped out now." It's just human form. I don't like it. Punch and Judy's a common kids puppet show over here. They always freaked me out. Yeah, no, I get it. They're just mm. No, thank you. Human form. I'm sorry, Thunderbirds, the original Power Rangers. Power's out at the grocery store. Better launch an assortment of highly specialized vehicles to solve the problem. As you do. As you do. It's funny. Speaking of creepy puppets, anyone seen Jan Svenger's Alice in Wonderland? I did. As a 5-year-old, scarred me for life. Oh no! I don't think I have. It sounds like that's a good thing. Oh no. I always feel bad for the stories of like, I saw this when I was like, yeah, I was like 5. It's like, and I shouldn't have. It's like, oh no, sorry. The only thing I had that freaked me out when I was little was X-Files, which is why Sam and I started watching it. I was like in there one night when like mom was watching it and like I don't know what episode it was. There was an alien in it and it creeped me out. So now every time I would hear the theme song, I would just like would book it out of that room. I did not want to be there when X-Files was on. Creeped me out. But now I have conquered my fear. We have X-Files. It's alright. Imagine. I mean, some of them now are still creepy. We're still pretty spoopy. I've conquered the fear of X-Files. It's when Casey screams in Mulder. That weird noise he made. Hey Hershey, welcome in. Oh, it was the first Resident Evil movie for as a kid. I could see that. Yep, yep. Chuck Mean Man, hello. How are you? Happy Sunday. What you up to today? I am trying to get these feathers on those eagles started. They're fighting me a little bit. We're talking shows we watched as kids that maybe we shouldn't have. Welcome on in. Sometimes I remember what's the guy found in Mulder for like a long time. It was so funny. It just kept going. The zombie dog always got me for some reason. I mean, you're not the only one for the dog, for sure. You're not the only one. Funky says, is Alice in Wonderland, ooh, but taxidermy and exclusively creaking sounds? Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. I'm out. Nope. The early seasons of X-Files, especially the episodes like Goopy Vampires Remix and made the later seasons hit hard. Yeah. It was interesting going through the X-Files. It was interesting. Jack Neiman says, reinventing the hobby space. Need to find a way to make room for, ooh, incoming 3D printer. That's exciting. What did you get, if you don't mind me asking? Otherwise, ignore me. Hi, Farm, welcome in. How are you? They bought all that fake fluid, and by God, they were gonna use it. That's right. It was just funny. Oh. Well, the Monster of the Week style, it meant they just got to forget horrendous things that happened to them. Yep. Oh no, it's kind of. We just bottled up that trauma from last week. What are we doing this week, Scully? It's very, very weird. The jam the giant messianic spine alien worm in his gully, and then she's just back to work. It's absolutely wild. And it just kept happening. Just kept happening. Okay, now that I've got that highlight in, let's blend this out. Okay. Now we've got that highlight. I feel better about this. It was looking really weird at first, but now I feel better. Trusting the process. You remember the episode that ended in an Italian language musical? How could I forget? How could I forget? Absolutely wild. Shit was crazy. One day we'll pick a normal show to watch together, Sam. One day. One day when we're tired of the Yu-Gi-Ohs and the X-Files, we'll find something normal to watch. Not saying right now, but one day. Yeah, like Twin Peaks. But will we though? No. Because those are boring. Because those are boring. Alright. Eagle is starting to look more eagle friend. Which is good. Remember when Scully had a 2-episode daughter? Remember when Mulder found his sister, then found his sister, then found his sister? My favorite was when every time she would come up, we would just go, no. We don't care. The normal shows don't have etch a Scully. I don't want him. That's right. I don't know. I feel like X-Files ended at season like 6 for me. 7? There's one really good season, and then after that, no. Doesn't exist anymore. Is it an eagle or a falcon? I don't know, if I'm honest. It is Big Burb. It may be. I don't know. I don't know the classifications well enough. It is Big Burb. You may be right. Ooh, Burb. Bill Jacket, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on Burb. Burb. He's a very serious Burb, too. He's got a very serious expression. You know, like Agent Doggett? Honestly, Doggett was fine. Everything else was wild. Is it Reyes, the other lady? Didn't care for her. They're weird. Tried to do, was it numerology and stuff? It was kind of weird. Falcons are actually more closely related to parrots and songbirds than they are to eagles. Just imagine a parrot just diving in on a squirrel. You're being like a falcon or a hawk. I think eagles have more colors. Oh, okay. I am the color I'm going with is just from the box art. So I guess yeah, whatever they went with is what I'm going with. Don't have any I don't have any special bird knowledge, sorry. No one is smiling at the Imperial Fist, even the burbs, they're trained well. Is that the episode where she brought in as a consultant, the place where people got murdered, and pentagrams of blood, and Satan was in blood, and she's like, this has something to do with demons. Turns out I am actually like a a demon expert as well. Turns out I can also do that. That's the one. I think demons might have something to do with this. Deductive reasoning skills. We are critically thinking here. Squawk, that's the heretic squawk. This was awful. Dog unexpectedly. Yeah, he grew on me. It was the later like seasons. Funky was like, I kept liking Doggett and I kept hating everything else they were doing, and it all felt very weird. Once in an interview is one of his favorite roles ever, and I think it showed. Yeah, I think he was great. Everything else they were doing was weird. And a little bit of the kind of like Slam mentioned, where it's like something would happen one week and then everyone would forget, and it was like more apparent in the later episodes. It just started to feel really weird. I'm something of a demonologist myself. I do like that he's kind of like an audience insert where he's just like, what the hell is going on? We're like, yeah. What is going on? Some of those moments were great with him. It's like, what are we doing here? Oh, Doggett was all of us. The voice of reason, yeah. Because we kind of lost that. Scully went a little, I don't know. We lost Scully, but we got a Doggett. Scully was that for a while, and then just wasn't anymore. Too much Mulder rubbed off on her, I guess. And there is a definite shift. Alright, let's work on some of the red for a little bit. I'll take a small break from Burb. Scully challenged Mulder for maybe half the series, and then just went along, yeah. And she was just... Sometimes. And then all of a sudden she'd be like, oh wait, I'm not doing my role anymore. It's like, but you literally just saw that thing happen. Mulder and his endless car rentals just to total them somewhere in the rural area. Yep. Nebraska's just littered with Mulder's cars. What's your plan for the banner? That's a good question. It's a darn good question, actually. I think the plan is to kind of match some of the banners I've done before. So the circle here is really nice for putting some of the decals and stuff on. So we'll probably do the white circle. We'll just do the parchment and then some of the border here. But we'll let the decal have some room to breathe. Put a bird on it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But yeah, for like the bigger banners and stuff we've done, we've put a decal there, so we'll probably do the same for this. Trying to decide how much I actually want to paint white at the moment, and you know, just not feeling it right now. The only thing more fun than painting a bunch of yellow is a bunch of white. I had a weekend in college where I did nothing but eat cheese sticks and binge 3 seasons of X-Files. Sometimes I feel like it's the best way to experience the show. There were definitely a few nights where I had some drinks, and that was definitely that added to the experience for sure. I think you're right. Binging with cheese sticks, probably the way to go. I'm in the FBI as an accountant dealing specifically with insurance claims. Only attached to Mulder. We made the same. We had similar jokes as we were going. The budget for Mulder alone is amazing. Especially considering he's just on his own thing anyway. I don't know who keeps letting him get cars, but... Jade, welcome in. How are ya? Happy Sunday. We're working on some Imperial Fists. What you up to today? Getting a bit anxious. What's going on, Sly? I was replacing Mulder's guns a lot. Now I just remember every time he just like tripped over little things too. That poor man. Absolutely just beefed it into things so many times. Uh, oh, Sly says, I've only about 100 episodes of One Piece left. Is there another 1,000 plus binge-worthy anime available? Sly, have you heard of something called Dragon Ball? Have you, I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. I'm gonna work on it here. Gonna work on it. Is cleaning, purging the studio? Sounds good. I need to do some of that this week too. Hopefully you can get everything where you want it here. But fair. I'll read it, but I'll leave that in an automatic. I've heard you talk about it. Chat, what are those animes? Okay. Remind me, Sly, because you're, I believe, still a bit newer to anime. I know you've watched JoJo's. You're conquering the Everest of One Piece. Remind me. If you've not watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm gonna put that on your list for next. It's not a giant series, but it's very, very, very good. One of the best. I've watched. Okay, Frieren is also very good. JoJo's and My Hero. Okay, My Hero also very good. Yeah, I'm gonna put Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood on your list. There is like regular and then Brotherhood. I'm gonna suggest Brotherhood for you. Or some of their classics I need to give you. I would say Cowboy Bebop would be the other one. Alright, I love Bebop. That's another classic to add to your list. Chuck and I started talking about moving, probably a year or two still. This room needs an overhaul. Start packing stuff up. Fabric that I'm not using. That's a good plan. Man, packing is the worst. Yeah, if you can get ahead of some of that, that sounds like a good idea. I've been trying to be better about kind of the same, Jade, where it's like, if I'm not using it, at least put it, like, in the closet, out of the way. Like, I know where it is. I can still get to it, but if I'm not, like, immediately using it, trying to put it somewhere. Somewhere where I'm not just, like, tripping over it or putting other stuff on top of it. Just get it out of the way. How much the original? Oh, Evangelion? It's only 23 episodes. Emotional damage makes it feel a lot larger. That's an interesting series. I've rewatched it with Scott. Trying to think some others I'd recommend. Hey, Patreon, the War Vulcan Man, or Evangelion rebuild movies, so you can have emotional damage in movie form. There's so many forms of damage. Oh, come on in. I feel like Death Note is one that also gets recommended a fair amount. I liked Death Note. Maybe not as much as some other people, but I enjoyed Death Note. Attack on Titan's very good. Got about 25 years worth of tools, machines, lights, fabric, decor. I would need packing. It's a lot for the space. So much of that just like adds up to like you get like one thing and then you need like a couple other things, and then all of a sudden you've got no space. I know when I decided to pick up like a sewing machine a little while back, and I realized how quickly like you just don't have room for a lot of it. It's kind of wild once you start adding stuff on. Well, if you like giant robot wars but want to watch stuff from the 70s, Iron-Blooded Orphans for Gundam is, yes. That one's probably my favorite Gundam. So good. Fear Science says, I reorganized my closet 4 times this winter. Since it's also my storage, it's a constant mess. I'm trying to find out where I can watch each one in the UK. We can throw it in Discord too. That's easier. Full Moon Brother, Alcohol, 5 seasons. That's a good start. It's on Netflix. That'd be easy. Yeah, it's got everything, and it's very, very, very good. I feel like that would be that and Cowboy Bebop would be the two that of what we've talked about I would recommend. Like wholeheartedly. The others will be depending on what you want to watch, I think. I like Full Metal as a more beginner because it's not like it feels weird saying this. Normally I'd recommend it because it's not as long as like some of the other series, but like you're finishing one piece, so it's like obviously that's not a concern. But usually that's a good recommendation because it's not such a time commitment, but obviously that's not a problem for Sly. But yeah, Full Metal and Cowboy Bebop, throw those on the list. Yeah, it's contained. Yeah, it's like it's still a series, but it's not 1,000+ episodes. So we've only has subtitles on Crunchyroll here. I'll VPN to the US, see if there's a double. Yeah, there should be. That is, I don't normally watch a lot of dub, but Cowboy Bebop's is very good. Is worth. Now that I know I have things to transition to, I'm satisfied. Sweet. Definitely a report back. We can give you more after that. Is anyone watching? Good job, team. Clap, clap, clap for chat. Is anyone else watching anything good right now? I'm actually kind of in the same boat as Sly in that I am reading the rest of the One Piece manga and then I'm caught up on it, so I'll pick something else as well after that. There's also Code Geass for further robot wars and severe emotional damage. That one's always weird to me because I thought I would like it more than I did. There's something about it that didn't quite hit for me, and I'm a little sad about it. On paper, I should have loved it, and I liked parts of it, but I didn't love all of it. I feel like I need to rewatch part of it, though, if I'm honest. It's not a feel-good show, no. Blah, blah, blah. Say Afro Samurai is a good starter one as well. Doesn't drop folks into I've got magic powers and our sudden harem. I haven't actually seen that one. We were watching Samurai Champloo and we need to get back to it. We've just been playing games instead, so I haven't finished it yet. But enjoying the heck out of that. Okay, what do I want to work on? Let's work on face for a little bit. Now, why do you feel it's darker than Evangelion? Because at a point you don't even know if there are any good guys to root for. I feel like maybe I need to rewatch part of it. I know there is definitely a point where it started to lose me, and I don't remember quite as much after that, if I'm honest. And it wasn't even because it was dark, it was like something else. It was the like girl he liked, and he like didn't make a decision because like it would have hurt her, and I was just like, bro, you've got like so many big plans. You're gonna let this girl stop you? Like and I don't know. I lost it. I was like, this doesn't make sense now. I don't know how else to say that. It also makes me sound really cold, but like I couldn't understand. Oh, it gets worse. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I don't even remember enough to spoil it, but that's why it's hard to lose me. Alright, I'm just gonna work on skin tones for a little bit here. And then I think we have to return to Burb. He does look better now that we've got a bit more of it worked up. I was a little worried getting the mid-tone in there. He's looking better. What has everyone got planned for the rest of today? What do we got, chat? Anything exciting here after stream? I'm just gonna work out and a few things around the house. Return to video games. I really want to play more Expedition 33. It's very good. But that's about it for me. What have you guys got? I'm trying so hard to keep up with the my workout routine and stuff. It's been hard the last couple days. Started Expedition 33 last night. It seems okay so far. It's very good. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. That prologue is beautiful. Loved it. We're on space for the new 3D printer. Let's go. That's super exciting. I like the story you have to fill in blanks here. That's what I love about it. Yeah. We're gonna explain more. It's gonna be more in bits and pieces, which I love. Some of it you do have to figure out yourself, which I love. I don't need you to handhold me. I can do it. Pixel X on. Uh-oh, the workbench I built yesterday. I cut the legs too short. Oops. Hopefully it's an easy fix. Alright, let's blend in the skin tone real quick. And we'll start his eyes. He's got like the studs and stuff around his face too. Get those. Got a mustache. I'm trying to decide facial hair color. How old do we want to make this gentleman? Let's go gray. And if 5 minutes wants to change it, we can change it a little later. Easy fix if we do. I don't even have a gray out. I do. Let's use what we got. And then it looks like we do have the Games Workshop article here in a little bit. Sounds like we're all expecting not 40K, which makes sense. Any other guesses, chat, for what the pre-order will be? Cathay would be cool. I just don't know if it's too early for that or if they would keep that closer to kind of summer. Some of the minis are very cool. And magically announce a new Tyrion-led army for Age of Sigmar. Just on a random Sunday. Let's go. I'm surprised with their marketing planning these days. Other than actually seeing something new for Age of Sigmar, yeah. It's, I don't know, it just feels very weird right now. Especially for Sigmar. Jimmy says, I'm sad. Final Fantasy 14 added new gambling last week, but gambled so much I won every prize already. People may expect to be more Sigmar focused. I would say expect May to be more. Why? Why May, I guess. Just because they did a lot of 40K this month. I'm sorry you can't gamble anymore, Jimmy. What were some of the prizes? Was it cool stuff, JPEG? What'd you get? I've not gotten any, like, Final Fantasy, any news here. Since I've not been playing. I guess we need to work on his backpack a bit more while we're back here, too. But I usually put off backpack because it's kind of boring, but if we're here, we should work on it. A mech mount, a spacesuit, sunglasses, a Lumberette umbrella, a Moon Rover minion. That's pretty cool. Yeah, those seem worth grinding out some gambling for. Some more of our cream color on here. And a new die. I was gonna say I'm sad, I don't want to hop back in, but also there's so many other games I'm playing at the moment. I think it's okay. As long as I can hop back in at some point. But man, I opened up Game Pass the other day and I've got like 10 games downloaded that I want to play. It's kind of wild right now. The true end game, that's right. Let's get some more of our Morn fame. I'm getting Game Pass. Game Pass is cooking right now. I was telling chat, I went from South of Midnight to Blueprints to Expedition 33, and then Doom's coming out in a couple weeks. Like it's wild how much stuff they have right now. Yeah. And Oblivion, if you're interested in Oblivion. Game Pass is absolutely cooking. It's wild. Yeah, so many games just on top of each other. Plus, I have games on there that I want to play that I just haven't gotten to. So like Moonlighter, we were gonna play last week. I've got that downloaded. Ninja Gaiden, I've got downloaded because I didn't play that. Yeah, I've got probably 10 games downloaded that I want to play. It's wild. I need more time. I think I am gonna take probably end of May. I'm gonna take a little vacation. I need to figure out if the streaming thing is still the thing I want to do. And what we change to make it work. I think some time away just as a vacation will help. Why May will probably be more Age of Sigmar focused. Yeah, what are we thinking, JPEG? Tell me more. Will I paint even more feathers? Yeah, it's just I need the color between Mornfang and Tau Ochre. I keep having to mix it. I keep running into this morning. Oh, new General's Handbook. Probably releases in June. They mention every faction will get some sort of update on Warcom and weeks leading up to the General's Handbook. A bit like they did with 40K and Christmas Gotcha. Maybe it's time then, Slime. Maybe we'll get some actual Sigmar news. Imagine. Waiting our turn, I guess. Let's see. Very short. No pre-orders. I don't think I'm gonna swap over then, but let's read that together. Let's see what they got here. Yeah, just straight up Warhammer Plus. All Warhammer TV stuff. Let's see. This week on Warhammer. One second, let me go back up here. There's no pre-orders coming next week, and there's plenty of opportunity for you to dive into the unpainted pile of miniatures you've been putting off and sorting off. Plenty of Warhammer Plus to watch while you paint. Of course, you can speculate what will be revealed next Sunday. So we got Trajan's Tesseract Trials pits the Leagues of Votan against the Tau Empire in a test of high technology. Is that a battle report? What is that? Lore Masters Alex discuss the divinity of the mortal realms with a look at some god and god beasts. Citadel Masterclass tackles colored metallics. Warhammer YouTube channel. Paint presenter Dan takes on the challenge of painting 500 points of miniatures, the old world in 500 minutes. Yeah, I don't even know what Trajan Tesseract Trials was. Sounds like maybe a battle report. No pre-orders. GW dead confirmed. Yep. It's over. It's over. That's pretty wild. Sounds like Space Wolf. we just skip it. We just go. No Age of Sigmar. We'll just save Space Wolves for next week. I didn't read the bottom if that's what you were looking at, but interesting. All right. No pre-orders. We were all wrong. That's unsurprising for them, but we were all wrong. I did wonder with our country's stupid tariffs and things, if part of that would be into pre-orders here soon too. Because obviously all of that's going to go up as well. We're already seeing the board game companies talking about some of it, so. But this is also usually when we get like the GW price increases, so I wonder if it's just gonna be all together and painful together. Better be subscription based, not get another streaming service. The the Warhammer Plus is. Yeah, exactly. With that one's totally loud. Thank you, Autumn. Yeah, but like, I feel like there's a point where we're gonna have to see something from Games Workshop as well. They finally transitions to just animations, fair enough. An IP company now, no more minis. No more. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting here. For my Kingdom Death friends, they've already kind of mentioned the prices are changing here for May, which makes sense because all their stuff comes from China. So that's gonna suck. It's gonna be wild here soon. It's gonna be wild. I'll go ahead and start some of the banner. I don't feel like doing the white right now, but We can at least get the parchment and stuff. Boutique prices, yep. It's gonna be, it was expected, but it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. I'm very glad I have a nice big backlog to work on. I will probably be priced out of them at this point, unfortunately. I feel like I should grab the conquest that I want right now too. I was waiting for the paper guys because they were on pre-order. I was gonna do an order when they're available, but I wonder if I should go ahead and move that up and put my order in. I was gonna get paper guys and the archer Tengu because I don't have any archers. I don't like any ranged in my army right now. Then kind of call it good for a while. Paper guy, that's right. Kobe, thank you so much. How are you today? We have a whole bunch of Imperial Fist this week, and we're getting started with with a not Imperial Fist model. This is actually from White Scars, and we've stolen it. Now it's yellow. So welcome on in. How are you? I'm gonna do. I was trying to figure out what border I want. Let's just keep it simple with our black. Doesn't matter. Imperial Fist now. Exactly. Exactly. Microtransaction quest. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see here. All right, let me try and be careful over the fold. There we go. Cleaning shelf and closet. Why do I have so many peacock feathers? Where did they all come from? I mean, a peacock feather project sounds pretty fun. If you're at the point of using peacock feathers, you know you're doing well. That's pretty cool. From peacocks, I would guess. That just sounds fun. We're all working on burbs today. That's a sign you've made it. Yeah. That's a good sign right there. Let's work with peacock feathers. All right. Gonna be very careful so I don't have to touch up around the yellow here. So do a little bit just under this black one, but that's okay. I used to make a bunch of 16th century Elizabethan hats. People wanted peacock feathers, all curly and such. That does sound very fancy. If I were getting a hat, yeah, peacock feather would be my choice as well, I think. All right. Make sure we got all that as clean as we can. And we'll throw in some highlights. He's coming along. Obviously, we have to do the whole back of the cloak. It's just sometimes a little goofy on stream. So I'll save that for a bit later. But we got a good start on our boys today. I mentioned earlier, I'll talk about it again here. I don't know yet if the extra hour is worth it. We added stream for another hour, and I'm trying to decide if I like it. I think the weirdest part is, like, lunch never feels, like, natural. It's like, if I'm gonna take a break for lunch, I should be streaming longer than the extra hour. And then also just, like, people are doing other stuff, so I don't know that it's worth it. I think we may just kinda wing it for a bit here. If I'm feeling it, we'll go late. If I'm not, then we don't. But gotta figure that out here. Wonder why Deepkin and Night Hunt got delayed, though. That's what I was wondering, JPIC, if they're having to figure out, like, tariff pricing. They just don't do a pre-order. If those are, like, the next releases that they've gotta figure out. I don't know how much of that is part of it. Mouse Bait, hello! Thank you so much for that sub for 81 months of support. I appreciate that. How are you? Hello, hello. We're working on Imperial Fist. I got a burp. What you up to today? I'm so excited for Cathay. I wasn't gonna do anything with GW anymore. They do look really nice. I'm kind of in the same boat. I wouldn't do Old World, but Cathay look really good. If I ever just, like, wanted a paint project. Maybe, but they do look really good. Popped into Lurk, still studying. I hope everything goes well, Mouse Bait. I know you said you're close to the end here. Finish strong. We believe in you. You got this. I'm glad you're sticking with it. Proud of you. Proud of you. Maybe you marry for the later streams. You start pretty early in the morning for the West US, yeah. I feel like I'm in a weird time slot where I kind of overlap lunch in the States and dinner for the UK. And I need to figure out what I want to do, if that makes sense. I feel like it's just time to reevaluate the old schedule and what we're doing. But still thinking through it, so it's hard to know what's going to work until we try it. And obviously, I've still got commissions and stuff I got to do, so we'll figure it out. You got this, Mouse Bait. I was going to print minis and do one-page rules, but the Cathay models let me look at Old World as a game too. Is there a game you could put just the Cathay into? Like a one-page rules or something? Because they have their own version of fantasy, right? Trying to remember. I should miss weekday streams because of work. Begin the UK crowd's probably big for a mini paint stream. Yeah, exactly. Well, I even thought about I need to look at Sundays and make sure. Sundays used to be like my big day. That was a larger viewer day, and just now a lot more people stream on Sundays. So I'm even trying to figure that out, but it's tricky. It's tricky. It's hard for me too, because like obviously Scott's off Sundays, and I've got to do stream on Sundays, and just finding a balance. Could run them in one-page rules. I'm sure they'll come up with rules for it. Yeah, I think it'd be worth looking into if you like the Old World, the rule set itself. Let's see if you want to do that, or yeah, wait for one-page rules to do their thing. My favorite Old World fantasy battle, or yeah, fantasy army is Night Goblins. They're fun. When it was still fantasy, I had High Elves and then Skaven. I actually started with the High Elves because I was like, I want to pick something a little different. And like, normally I'd pick Skaven, no hesitation. Like, I'm going to try and do something different. I went back to Skaven after all. Always follow your gut. You're going to end up back there anyway. Oops. Knocking over dudes. Alright, let's get the silver and this banner started. That'll always be, like, When someone's like, "Oh, what first army should I pick?" It's like, whatever is pulling you towards them, because you're gonna end up back at them. I did a Goblin Horde in Fantasy. 330 models, that sounds about right, yep. Yep. I had the Island of Blood box. I wish I hadn't sold it because the High Elf Mage was so good, yep. I bought several of those boxes because I had both armies. And I had the good Rat Ogres. I think I still have some of those somewhere. I'm into 40K for tanks and mecha, so you know exactly which factions I play. Tyranids. That's right, JPEG. That's right. We'll get those backpack pieces I mentioned too, since we're here. I think the other thing we're kind of missing is the trim on the pauldrons, and I need to double check my notes. I think he actually gets an orange. Some of the Imperial Fist and the Spash get an orange. And I can't remember if he gets it or if it's a color we've already done, so I will do that after stream. Live Madness has got his companies and everything all laid out and color coded, so I'll make sure I get the right one. I also have more of the fur to work on, and then I haven't even started the back of the cloak, so maybe the rest of the stream here we just take for this other side of him. We got a bunch of the front done. And we'll leave another character or another mini for tomorrow. How's that sound, chat? Tyranid size. Ooh, Biomecha would go hard. So is it just Evangelion? It would just keeps coming back to Evangelion. It just keeps coming back. Other side's kind of tricky here. Alright, then all this will have to dry. Get a wash and a highlight on that later. Alright. I think he's looking pretty good though. Yep, Attack on Titan, also a mecha anime. True. True. I want to get our. Let me find Seraphim Sepia for our parchments. We'll get that started too. I have a rug that my chair is on. I'm about to throw it away because my chair keeps getting stuck on it. It's making me crazy, chat. I have it like just far enough back that the wheel keeps catching up. It's ticking me off. Alright. Let's get the Seraphim on here. We do need to do some work on the sword too. Right now it's just silver, but we'll add a little bit of the power effects to it. We'll match. We did a bunch with the blade guard a little while back, so we'll match what we did for those. Especially for army projects, I try to make sure that everything's consistent across the force. Also adds in some blue, which looks really nice with all the yellow. I'll throw the chair instead. It's way more wrestler move than throwing the rug, true. There's gonna be a stream where I just snap JPEG and the chair's gonna go flying. There's gonna be a stream where I've just had it. That's when the chair goes flying. We're not there just yet. We're close, but not quite yet. Yeet! Ollie's, Big Lots, whatever cheapo store for small area rugs. You just swap up periodically. So much better than plastic mats. So if they're cheaper, it doesn't matter. That's true. Yeah, we got this rug like a while back, and like it's just big enough for my chair to go between like my where I go for the other camera on my computer desk over to here. But if it's not right where it needs to be, then it just gets caught on my chair. It needs to be a tiny bit bigger. Oh well, I don't want to spend money on. Not a priority at the moment. Just enough to be annoying, you know. All right, let's start this cloak back here. 4 units of annoying, just enough. Siege, how are you? What you up to today? We have an army project that came in. So we've worked on this army before, and this is the next round of goodies for us. How was your weekend? All right, we're just doing a base coat of our black. Will come in. I like to do a little bit of a blue, and with the highlights, we'll do like inky by darkness and all of that a bit later. I want that to get really nice, smooth dry. Oh, I had board game plans that fell through. Still looking forward to the reschedule. Really try the new Elder Scrolls board game. It's like 3 sessions of 3 to 4 hours. Create, expect your own character run though. I think I've seen it, but I haven't actually played it. Yeah, I hope you can get everything rescheduled so you can check that out. Sounds like a lot of people, unfortunately, having plans fall through this weekend. I'm sorry it has happened to you as well. Oh, work on. I think we need to get a wash on our silver. I was kind of waiting for that back banner to dry a little bit more. I'm waiting on the white circle because I don't remember if I got a new Celestra Gray or not. I can work on the fur. Let's do that. Let's get some more colors in. Which means fighting the Alright, we're gonna get Gorthor and Baneblade is what I'm looking for. They're right up top. Look at that. Meant to be. I think we'll work on that. We'll work on the bird a little bit more and then see where we're at. Oh, I need one more color for the laurel too. Let's get that. And then see where we're at on time. But if you guys are enjoying the Imperial Fist, we're gonna have Imperial Fist basically all this week. We're gonna just make a real hard dive into this commission this week. If I need to mix it up, we've got conquests and stuff off to the side, but really want to just dive in, get what we can done this week. Gonna try and keep it to like characters, vehicles, less of the batch painty stuff, at least for now. Like we'll probably have some before the end of the project, but for now at least more of the character stuff. Especially when we're getting the more unique characters here with stealing from other chapters and things. Fun to bring those on. What are some of, has anyone else stolen characters from another army and put it into yours? What are some of your favorites that you've done, chat? I think the only one I started was for my Space Wolves. I took Torgaradon, which everyone seems to steal for their Marines. Otherwise, I just usually do a head swap. I'll keep it a Space Wolf, but I'm gonna pull in something. Like all my chaplains have the skull masks and things like that. I don't tend to steal a lot from other chapters. If anything, I usually go for the standard, like, librarian or chaplain and bring those into the Space Wolves, because the Space Wolf ones are very, very detailed, have a lot of Space Wolfy bits on it, so if I want to mix it up, I have to go more boring. Does that make sense? My Legion had a few Space Wolf allies, just helping out some bros, you know? Yeah, bros. Like an Empire mounted general guy and convert him into a mounted White King. Oh, for Age of Sigmar, very cool. Whoa, stay. Yeah, now I'm thinking of my other armies. I don't think I mean, Tyranids are kind of hard to bring from other things, at least within Warhammer. Um, I don't think I have a whole lot of it. Man, Baneblade's also gunking up. I just give up on GW paints. I'm tired of this. Okay, we're gonna mix it, I guess. I just need a highlight. Do Rakarth with a little Gorthor, I guess. And a big old ridiculous banner, so I saved out the Sigmar Hammer. Oh, and added that. Yeah, I have paints from other stuff. I keep so much of it because of commissions, but I need to be replacing more of it. I want to pick up some more Monument. I used to love Vallejo, but I don't like their new medium that they've switched to. So I think it's time to go a little harder into like Monument and stuff. Poor Tyranids, I should have friends. They just want to eat. Alright. This little mix should be fine. Yeah. Just to highlight up all this fur. Vallejo purples and blues are so glossy. Trying to think the last time I did by hand. They're a little bit. The old Vallejo paints, the old model color, I really loved. And I loved how matte they were. And this new medium they use now, I don't like it as much. It's more finicky. I don't think it covers as nicely. I'm a little annoyed that they've changed my favorite paints. I was fighting the new Vallejo primer too the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm trying to get back into the groove, and this hobby just doesn't want me to. Everyone's changing mediums and changing things that used to always work for me. I had a old man yells at cloud moment, I guess, while I was trying to get it all settled. Back in my day, primer worked just fine. Felt bad, man. Felt bad. I found a local store that sells monuments. So I'm putting together a shopping list to get some paints. I haven't noticed an issue with Vallejo yet, but I have a big stock of the old stuff. So once my local stuff does, fingers crossed. Yeah, I still love the old stuff. The new stuff's just kind of It's just not as good. It still works, yes, but I don't love it the way that I used to love it. Alright, we also need to go back to the Aquila and the Fist up front, because I haven't done anything to that just yet. Maybe we do that now. I'm trying to decide if the skull and its leg should go to the silver, or if we leave it black. I feel like silver might be a better way to go. Just do a little dot of that real quick before we start highlighting more of the silver. Yeah, that helps. Okay, cool. That helps. And then for the bases, this whole army is on astrogranite, so once we get a little bit closer, I'll do that for... I like to do that at the end and just kind of get everyone at once. Just a whole bunch of paste all at once. Got the eyes for the bird, which are also yellow. I think timing-wise for today, the old 3-hour stream makes sense because we're getting close to where I'm gonna probably set him down for the white. And any final stuff? Oh, you have a cyber eye. What color is that, Mr. Bird? What color? He's got red. Depends if I want a red on that lens or if I want to go with like a blue. I'll just worry about this eye right now. Dang it, stuff on his head. It wasn't quick enough, didn't notice it. Alright, want to redo that highlight, but not a big deal. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our shade out, I guess. Sounds like my Red Brigade Trench Crusade stuff arrived at my parents' house. I'm working on that after I paint up the Space Marine. Hell yes. That's gonna be fun, right? I think you'll really enjoy that. I think you'll enjoy that. I need to get the rest of just my little trooper dudes for Trench Crusade. We worked on all the fun characters and stuff, but I need to work on my just the troops. Bring those on one day. Fat Rat, welcome in. How are ya? What you up to today? We've got Imperial Fist. We've got another batch that came in. Working on that. A little bit of wash between the pole and the banner itself. Accidentally got a little black on my brush. Let me clean that up. Go. Good. Arms deep in the garden. Planting day. Sounds like you're always out there, which is great. Hope you get everything planted. Seedlings into their new homes. Sounds like a good day ahead of you here. And this is despite not getting in the game with it. I have a large library of STLs for 2 to 3 armies worth of models on the way. I mean, maybe you just need them here so you can change that. Get those games in. Do you have someone who would play with you, Ravenlord? Do you have a friend or a game store that'll play with you here? Alright, got our Null and Isle wash. That's all. Oh, and you get the back. Always the backpack, man. Always the backpack. I am. I'm so tired. There's gonna be so many tomatoes. It's gonna be really fun come like harvest time and getting to see all that work that you put in. That's gonna feel so good, Vat Rat. I don't even like tomatoes. Does wifey like? Why do we have tomatoes then? Ooh, are we gonna make like sauces and stuff with them though? We doing canning as well as the planting? I wanted to try canning, but then like everything that goes wrong, if it goes wrong, scared me to death, and I couldn't do it. I didn't want to be the one that gave all my friends botulism, so I stopped. It was far too scary for me. I know a lot of people do it and never have problems, but it was too much for me. It was too stressful to think about. Canning for days. So if you've got that much and you don't like the tomatoes themselves, that seems like a good way to do it. Alright, I'm just doing a quick highlight on our gold while we're here. Trying to pick kind of all the little stuff before we call them good for today at least. Hey, don't make tomatoes. Oh, before it was time to can? You're on the other end of this, it sounds like. You like tomatoes? I wish I liked them more. I didn't really eat them growing up, so I just... They're fine. If they're on something, I'll eat them, but I don't go out of my way for them. I wish I liked them a bit more. I'm trying to trick myself into liking cucumbers, which is dumb, but I'm trying. Just because I know they're, like, really healthy and good for you, but I didn't grow up eating them. Trying to trick myself. I like raw tomato with little, there's Greek seasoning or adobo. Also cucumber. See, I've tried a few things on the cucumber and I can't get it. And it's not enough. It's fine. I can do like a little Greek salad, but I get tired of that kind of quickly. Maybe just a hobby chat. Been a weekend of progress. Back to it. Let's go. Thanks for coming by. I hope you have fun with the rest of planting. I also didn't like them when I was 15. It's like a switch flip. It's weird how that happens, isn't it? I was like that with sweet potato. I didn't like sweet potato for the longest time, and then all of a sudden, now I can't get enough of sweet potato. I think for me, it was like my mom would always make it with like the cinnamon and make it really sweet. And I had it with like a savory meal, and I really liked that. I was like, oh, okay. Now I know what to do with sweet potato. Now I can't get enough of it. Ants on a log of cucumber. It tricked us into celery. Bleh. I don't even want to try with celery. Celery just tastes like dirty water. There's no appeal to celery for me. Hey, Notable Joe, you ever accidentally shape your brush tip when it still had paint on it? Yeah, all the time. Especially when I'm chatting with chat and distracted. How are you today? Welcome in. Oh yeah, I do all kinds of weird things when we're we're chatting and I'm distracted. I was the opposite. Oh, I got picky as I got older. I was like, already excessively picky. Now I eat nothing. uh, I would say I definitely eat more now that I am always willing to try something at least once. So if there's something where I'm like, you know what? I haven't had that in a while. Let me get that. Sweet potato top with sugar and marshmallows is the worst. Now I'll eat it. But that was the only time I had had it. And I'm like, this is just really sweet mush. I don't get it. But then I had a savory one, and that was pretty good. Like, had it over a baked potato, I think. Or I'm sorry, I had something as the baked potato. And then I had like meat with it. And it's like, oh, now I understand the sweet potato. That was good. So I'm fighting my moot green over here. Gosh darn it. I have to throw out all my paints. I'm done. Bye. Bye. Celery carries peanut butter well, that's it. I can do it in like a soup. If the celery tastes like other things, I'll eat it. That's fine. I'm never gonna just nom on celery. Nope. Not interested. There's nothing you can do to jazz it up for me. Alright, chat. Yeah, we made some good progress on this guy today. What do you think? So you decided that lens color. Let's do the lens to match the sword. So it's not... The red matching him would look good, though. I'm gonna think on it. I'm gonna get the colors for the Aquila and the fist in the front. I need Tuscar. And what else? I don't remember what else I used to do. This is the main color right now. Turquoise. Green. Sadie is snoozing behind me and making cute little noises in her sleep. Tusker bird, don't do this to me, not right now. I can't handle another paint being bad. Not right now. Mikey, welcome in. We got yellow boys. How are you? These are for Alive in Madness and chat. What you up to this weekend? We're back to some Warhams for a bit. Yeah, we got a lot done on him today. I'm pretty happy with our progress. I'll touch up that silver here in a second, but... Work and more work and sleep in between. Sounds like a busy weekend. Thanks for coming to spend part of it with us. Guess we can do the red lens on the bird. I feel like the blue might be a little out of place. So stick with the red. Well, I hope work and everything's going well, Mikey. Hopefully get some time to rest here too. Besides just sleep. Other rest also needed. Okay, and then we'll do the sword. We should probably do the highlight on the sword first before we come in with the kind of the power part of it. I wish I had a Celestial Gray that was good. I'd really like to start the rest of that banner, but I don't think I have a good one. Do a little bit of touch up. No pre-orders yet. Only wearing request stuff. This is a weird Sunday here. We don't get to look at the article. We were kind of talking about how we thought Sigmar would be big for May since we've got General's Handbook coming up, but then they said no pre-orders, so we'll see. We'll see what we get next week, I guess. Trying to decide if we do the same kind of coloring on his tail feathers. I kind of want to keep them darker. Kind of looks nice. Might even come in with some black and just set those apart a little bit. I think it's a good thing. Every week release is exhausting. Agreed. I was telling chat, I don't know, between tariffs and things, if we're gonna get an update from Games Workshop here at some point, since a lot of the board game companies are. Just talking about pricing and changes with that, so I feel like we're gonna have to get something from Games Workshop. Because I think I saw they, like, adjusted the last article that things are being delayed. But I didn't go back and read it. I agree, though. Every week having that many pre-orders it's a lot. There's a lot of SKUs, a lot of product. Well, if anyone's enjoying the Imperial Fist today, we're going to be doing Imperial Fist all this week, basically. We're going to get just a jump start on this commission. Work on kind of the fun stuff while I work on the batch painting stuff later. So the characters, the vehicles, that kind of stuff I'm going to bring on the stream. We can do those together. I'll do the more kind of mundane army painting stuff myself. Unless there's just a good day to do some of that too. How big is the commission? It's like 5-6 cases of Imperial Fist. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. We're gonna kind of do it in smaller sections here. I'll work in other stuff as I need to, but yeah, it's a lot of Imperial Fists. The nice part is, it does mean I can do a lot of the airbrushing all at the same time. So, while it is a little intimidating, it means more of it is consistent because I'm airbrushing and doing things at the same time. And then as things are ready, I'll send them back home. Okay, that eye's gonna need some touch-up, but the way he is turned makes that very tricky. I'm gonna clean up the little section right behind his neck. And I think just with timing and where we're at on him, I think the kind of the normal 3 hours makes sense for today. I'll wrap up and get some lunch. If we were in the middle of stuff, I'd keep going, but we're at a good spot for him. Honeybees, welcome in. Wasted Mind, welcome in. Looks better in purple and bone. It was really fun doing the purple. I was telling chat that when we're stealing from different armies, yours have been a blast to work on. How are you both today? We got a really good progress on him today. I feel like the bird needs a little bit. I need to find if I have a good Celestra Gray, because I don't think I do, unfortunately. And yeah, we got pretty far on him. Most mini I've ever seen. Smaller than Legion Imperialis. Really paint his eyes, yeah. Gotta get out the super attractive magnifying glass helmet. I'm doing alright. Went back through Hallowed Antiquity to play Army of Two on the Xbox. I know I've seen the game, but I've not played it. Like, I can see the cover. What about you, Asamine? What you up to today? And, oh, you came in. We could snack. Could snack if you like. If you're busy, though, you can wait till tomorrow. If you're busy, ignore me. That's some ancient lore right there. Been my bit the mecha stuff lately, considering dipping my toes back into Gunpla. They're such a satisfying build. Like, they're just fun to work on. And just having larger stuff. It's just nice. They're just fun. I haven't heard Army of Two in almost 20 years. Our military contractors co-op. Enjoy. More friends have joined us. Anyone else playing anything right now? After I work out here, I'm gonna go back to Expedition 33. That's been very good. I'm about 10-ish hours in. Enjoying the heck out of it. Let's see, what else do I want to poke at here before we wrap up? I guess looks like parchments are kind of dried shiny, but enough to go back and highlight up. Slam's lurking. I'm sure he appreciates it though. He's always lurking. My favorite is when he snipes someone out of the shadows. Says he's working, but then a troll just takes a banhammer to the face. It's my favorite thing. Always watching Wazowski. That's right. It's my favorite thing when all of a sudden, boom. It is a con conversion, yep. So we've changed the waist, we've changed the banner. Those are the things I noticed right off the bat. I think face is different. What else do we got here? We don't have a head hanging out of his hand. That's a big update. Yeah. Head, banner, waist. Obviously the Aquila, we threw a fist on there instead of the lightning. The knee got filed down. I think that's everything. If I missed something, Live Madness will have to let us know. I think those are the ones I've seen here. I'm not actually allowed to leave here, so I'm always around. She won't let me escape. I dream about the sweet release of sleep or death. Yeah, you dream away, I guess. Dream away, I guess. If it helps. Same as like Strider at the Prancing Pony, sitting in the dark corner, smoking a pipe covered by his cloak. I wish I was even from. You could have been right then, Slam. You could have been like, ah, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I would have even backed you up. That was your chance. You blew it. That was your chance. Aw, dang it. All right, go back in time. Wind it back. Here for Strider Gwenius. Okay, and action. I wish I was even percent cool. God damn it. Okay. Well, we learned we can do it back. Slam, you are that percent cool. I got you. I got you. What's in the captain's other hand? A sword? He's got a sword and a bird. That's what we're working with. You need a full reboot. Sword and bird. I mean, what else could you need, though? What else could you possibly need? Sword and bird. Oh, sorry, just point down. He's just holding it. I'm just holding it. All right. Pretty happy with him, honestly. Other than not having a good Celestra to work with. And obviously the shoulder pauldrons need trim once I open up the email and see what the trim's supposed to be. Silvers need a highlight, but I think Scott has the... Oh. I do have the silver, okay. I thought he had it with the warlord he's working on. Looks like I got one. Do that real quick, and then maybe lunchtime. This is my revision for the Drukhari Archon, the kill team set. Archon has a burb and a husk bleed. Husk bleed. I'm just do some quick silver highlights, and then yeah, probably time for lunch. Thank you everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting us be a part of your Sunday. We will be back tomorrow with more Imperial Fists. So if you're enjoying the Imperial Fists, I've got even more for you. It's gonna be honestly a few months of Imperial Fists. Not every stream, but here and there we will have Imperial Fists. So if I had to do it continuously, I would not be here. But a fair amount will come to stream. He looks great. So does the Space Marine. Burp says thank you. Burp says thank you. See on the Hellion head, so it looks a bit like the Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow, Christopher Walken like. Oops. A little bit of a highlight on the inside. All right. Layer as nicely as I want. That's better. And then let's get the little power glow. And then I will probably go look good there. And the rest I will finish when I find a Celestra I like and get some basing down on him. Luckily for him, he's not glued to the base. Sometimes I have to do some touch-up around their little feet when I put them on the bases, but this one will be able to just leave him off until we're ready. And tomorrow we'll pick someone else. I kind of want to start the Ancient early. He's kind of neat. I think I have 2 banners to do. I have like a kitbashed one and then the one that comes in the company hero box. All right. I think that's where we're good for today. Yeah. So I kind of mentioned earlier, I still feel weird about the 4-hour stream just because like pausing for lunch, but then only going an hour it's felt weird this last week. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out what I wanna do. So I think what we're gonna do going forward is we're gonna kinda go the 3 hours and see how we're feeling. If we're feeling it, we'll go an extra hour. If we're not, then we'll just kinda wrap up for today. So today makes sense because we're kinda done with them. It feels like a good natural stopping point for today, so we'll go ahead and stop here. But we will be back tomorrow for one of these other characters. We've got some other kind of heroes and things all lined up. So we'll probably pick another character for tomorrow. I've also got, for another day, a whole bunch of bikes. I've got 6 bikes ready to also roll. So I got some options. But yeah, if you want to come join us for tomorrow, make sure you give a follow so you can find us here tomorrow. We also have, I'm gonna put my social. Why is that not working? Exclamation socials. I'll get you to my socials. I've been more active over on Blue Sky. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my TikTok and my Instagram, but for now, more on, Blue Sky. Discord is where we're hanging out in between streams. None of those are working. Interesting. Discord, if you wanna come share what you're working on, that is there. And then YouTube, the bot already has in there, but, that is where you can find our VODs, the other video games and stuff that we've played, Magic Mondays, those are all there. So thank you everyone for coming to hang out. Again, thank you for spending part of your Sunday with us. I really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow for some more painting. Bye-bye.